Welcome back, friends. Today we are going to solve LeetCode problem 130, surrounded regions. Uh, so before we look the details of the problem and solution, I just want to mention that I often create LeetCode solution videos as well as Java interview helpful videos for people who are preparing for Java J2E interviews. So if you are a Java J2E interview preparer who are preparing for interviews, please subscribe to this channel. You will have lot of coding solutions, helpful Java interview material available here. So please subscribe. So let's look at the problem. This problem is asked by one of the Google past interviews. So make sure you understand and solve this problem, right? So let's go through the description now. Given M by N matrix board containing X and O, capture all regions that are four directionally surrounded by X. A region is captured by flipping all zeros into X in that surrounded region. So we have to first capture a region that is four directionally surrounded by X, right? And then we have to flip that zeros into X. So for example, this 0, 0, 0, this three zeros is one region which is surrounded by X, right? So let's take this example over here so we can discuss it easily. So as you can see, so what they have asked us is to find out the region which is surrounded in four directions, right, by X. So for example, if you look at this region is surrounded by four directions in X, right? All these are X here. And when we are considering four directions, we cannot consider this zero because this one actually is not surrounded in this direction by X, right? So only in interior, like basically all the rows which is we cannot consider these outside rows basically when we are considering the surrounded region, right? This one we cannot consider, as well as the last column and first column we cannot consider, right? So when we are looking for a surrounded region, we should not consider this first row which is 0 in the matrix, right? And the last row, right? 0 1 2 3, so 3 we cannot consider, basically zeroth column and the third column, so this one is gone, right? So whatever remains, we have to find out the region, right, in this interior area basically. Because why we cannot consider this last row or first row, because they cannot be surrounded by X in all four directions, right? Because they are now going out of the boundary basically for matrix. As you can see for this O, right, it is going out of the boundary if it goes on this direction, so we cannot consider that basically. Okay, so let me just backtrack this. So this highlighted is the surrounded region, so we have to first find out this region which is the surrounded region, and once we find out that region, then we have to convert that zeros into X, right? As you can see here, so we have converted the like captured region into X here, right? So that is what the problem is. This is one of the past Google interview questions. So what we are going to do to solve this problem is we are going to use basically DFS, right, of two-dimensional matrix, depth first traversal or depth first search. So how we will be doing it is we will traverse this matrix from the beginning, and we will only consider the O's which are occurring on the boundary basically, right? On the boundary we will consider. So in this case, the only one which is occurring on the boundary is this 0, right? So this is the one that we will consider. Otherwise these excess we will just not consider, right? Once we find out any O like this in the boundary, then we will go in four directions. Basically four directions, what I mean is we will now here go we can go upward, we can go right side, and we can go left side, right? Because if we try to go downward, then we are going out of the boundary, right, in this direction. So we will not be able to go there, but we will try to explore these directions and check if there is any O there. So in this case, since there is no O there, then we will just basically our DFS will return because there is no O in all the four directions for this 0, right, for this O. So our DFS will just return with the same matrix, and then what we will do is we will again iterate through this matrix, and whenever we see O, we will just flip that O to X, what we have done here basically, right? So we have just flipped the O to X right here, because that is because this is the way we know that this O, that we cannot change it to X. This is the surrounded region basically that we are looking for, right? It is surrounded in 4 directions by X. So as you can see, any of this O, like this O or this O or this O, right? It is surrounded like by X in all the directions. So all the directions meaning, if it is surrounded by O, for example in the right side, that is okay, that is acceptable, right? But it should be surrounded by X or O basically, right? So that is what the problem is. uh, so here also they are all the, like this region is basically, region is surrounded by X, right? All the directions you can see. So here X X X X X X X, here also X, here also X, right? So the region is surrounded by X in all the directions. That's what we found like this. So if we consider another example which I just created here for you, so in this case we will start our DFS from this point basically, right? Because this is on the boundary O point, and then we will go in all 4 directions and check if there is any O in 4 directions. So we will find O is there in this direction, right? So our DFS will capture this O, and we will change this O to S, right? So we are going to change this O to S character. As you can see here, we will just change that O to S character, and again we will do DFS. So again it will find here also O and here also O, right? 4 directions mean we are going in 4 directions, so we will convert this S, right? So let me just write down how the matrix will look like, right, after the DFS is done. And this one also will be converted by this one as S, right? So the matrix will look like this: X, then X, X here, and X, right? This is the first row. The second row will be X here, then S, S, and X, right? And the third row will be X, S, S, X, right? S, S, X. And then fourth row will be again X, S, X, and X, right? So as you can see, we always convert, like whenever we see any zeros in the DFS, in the O basically O, then we convert it into S. So this is the way the matrix will look like after the conversion. Let me just move this little bit. Yeah, okay. uh, so after the matrix is converted like this, then we will again uh, traverse through this whole matrix, and we will change this S to 0. This one we will change it to X, right? This one we will change it to X. This S we will change it to X. So we are flipping, right, the captured region basically. That's what they are saying by X. But this one, this S, we will convert it to O basically, right? O, because this one we don't want to change it to X because this is not the part of the region. So the captured region will be this one, X, 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 this one, right? We converted that S to X basically. So let us look into the code quickly. So this is so first we are going to, like, uh, we created a variable rows and columns by using the board length and board zero length, right? We will get number of rows and number of columns in the board is like two-dimensional matrix, right? And after that we will just iterate through this 2D grid, and whenever we are finding any O at the boundary basically, right, this O is on the boundary, for example this one, right, this one which is on the boundary, then we will start DFS on that. We will call DFS by passing board ijth coordinate and rows and columns, right? Number of rows, number of columns. So here this is our DFS function. So first thing in the DFS we will do is we will just check if we are going outside of the boundary of the grid. We will just return, right? The DFS function is void, so we will just return here. And if otherwise, if we are seeing any O, right, O, in that case, I just put this to show you the debugging thing, but I will remove that system out. So first thing we will do is we will we will change that ijth coordinate to S basically, right? Whatever we are seeing O, we will change it to S, and after that we will do DFS in 4 directions, right? How 4 directions means what? Like if we are at here I comma j cell, right? Then 4 directions for I comma j is the upward direction will come as I minus 1 j, the downward direction will come I plus 1 j, right? Next row means I plus 1 comma j, and if you want to go right side, this will come as I comma j plus 1, right? J plus 1, because next column. And the if we go left side, then it will come as like I comma j minus 1, because we will subtract 1 from the column that we are currently on, right? So that is how the 4 directions are. So we wanted to visit in all 4 directions in DFS, so that is what we are doing here in the highlighted code. And once our DFS returns, then our DFS will populate this, change this 2D array like this, right, with S S S S, because whenever it finds a connected region to the boundary, this O cell which is on the boundary, then it will change it to S. And what we will do it is, whenever we will again iterate through this grid now, and we will, whenever we find O, we will just convert it to X, right? So whenever we find O, now in this case there is no O, but in this case, as you can see, these 3 O's are there, right? So they will be remaining 3 O's, because they will not be changed by the DFS, because DFS cannot reach them basically, because they are not available in the 4 directions, right? Once we start from this one, let's say, once we start from this one, if we go in 4 directions, we all have X, right? So after that we will just return, because we did not find any 0, right, in all these 3 directions. So we will just return, so this O will remain as it is, so we will flip it to X here, right? Like this 3X is this one basically, right? So as you can see here, that's what we are doing. So wherever we find the O's, we will just flip it to X. So we are capturing, this is like the captured region, right? And otherwise, if we have anything which is converted to S during the process, we will change it to O, right? As I was saying, if S is there, we will change it to O, right? So this should be O basically. Let me just change the color. So this S, what we have done is should convert it to O, right? Because those are not captured region, because those are not 4 directionally connected, right? So we will just make them make it back again as a O, correct? So this 4 that we had changed it to S, this is not a captured region, so we cannot flip it to X. We will have to make it to O again basically. So that's what we are doing here. So let's take first example over here. So this is the same example that they have given us. We will just run our code. So as you can see, first we go to I3 comma 1, which is this cell, right? This cell 3 comma 1 means, and then we start DFS. We go all these 3 directions, and after that we cannot go anywhere, because all X, right? There is no O here, so we will just return. So in that case, we will just flip these 3 zeros, like 3 O's, O to X basically, as you can see here. So we flipped it to X here, right? This one. So this is how we can actually, as they say, a region is captured by flipping all O's into X. So that's what it does. So these all O's, which is the captured region, we have flipped it to X here, right? So again we will take another example here to show you how it works for other example that we have discussed, right? So this is the another example that we discussed, this one. So let me just now quickly take this code like these colors so you can see, you know, like otherwise it's just a lot of clutter here. So what we have seen is this first example right now, right? First example we have seen. So we started at this point and we went to three sites, 1 2 3. Now we did not find O anywhere, so we returned from our DFS, and then again we iterated, and wherever we found O, which is out like inside the boundary, right, inside the boundary, then we will just flip it to X. So that is what our first example that we just saw it did, right? Now we are looking at this example, second example. As you can see, this is the second example, 0 0 x 0 0 x, right? So this is the second example. So now let's run this code again. So now as you can see here, I put some system out to show you how the code is working inside, right? So 3 1 we started. So let me just copy this actually, and we can just put it here so you can quickly see here. That will be easy, I think. um, so let's just, okay, so this is our code, right? Let me just minimize this. So okay, so now we started at 3 1, right? So 3 1 means this cell, this is 3 1, right? Because this is the boundary, right? And boundary we found O, so we will start DFS here. So we started here. Now we visit 2 1, right? Because this all four directions we will go. So 2 1 is this one basically. 2 1 is this one. We visited this one, right? And since we found O, we will change it to S, right? That's what we are doing basically. So as you can see here in the DFS, we are changing it to S, right? Wherever we find. So we change this O to S now. So this one is S. So at the same time, I will just write it here. So you will, we can know like this. So this one is X, this one is S, right? Then this X, this is the last row I am writing, and now this is the second row X, and this one is S, right? So we made this S now, and then we will go again four directions, 1 2 3 4. This one we already saw, so we will not visit that. So now this one again we will make S, this 2 O we will make S now, this 2 O, 1 and 2, right? This one we will make S. So this one, as you can see, I made here X, and then this one is X, and here you can see that we have visited 1 1, and now we are visiting 1 2 here. So 1 2 is this one, right? 1 2 is this one, we convert that into S, and we are visiting 2 2 is this one, right? So four directions means this is 2 2. So 2 2 is this one, so we visited that also, and we just made it to X. So this is how our matrix will look like, right, internally now after this DFS is complete. Okay, so now after that we are again going here and we are checking if there is any O, we will convert it into X. So O means inside the boundary, right? Inside this boundary. So there is any O here, inside no O, right? So we will not change it to X basically, right? Means there is no region that we have captured in this case basically, because everything is connected now. So it's not surrounded by X basically in all directions. So what we will do otherwise, if we are finding any S, we will convert it into O, right? So this S that we have found here, we have to convert it into O basically. So this should be O, this should be O, this should be O, and this also should be O basically, and then this also should be O, right, on the boundary. So all S's we converted into O, right? I showed you the code here, so that's what we did. So that's why when you look at the answer now, this is our output, right? This is the output. I'll just copy this output here, so we can compare quickly, so you will know. So this one is the first row, this one is the second row, this one is the third row, and this one is the fourth row of the output matrix now, right? So as you can see, this matrix that we were talking and this matrix are same, right? This matrix. So now o o o o o, right? Here also o o o o o. And why we did not like, because this is not surrounded in all four directions, because see this direction here, it's not surrounded basically. That this is not surrounded by x basically. So this region that we are getting or we were seeing is not surrounded by x in all directions, because this is not surrounded by x in this direction basically, right? It is not surrounded here by x. That is why we have to just keep it like this. And in this case, this region is surrounded by x in all directions, so we have just flipped that zeros to x here. So that is what the problem is. So this problem is asked by Google in their past interviews, so make sure you understand and practice this problem. And when you are practicing it, just practice it without using any editors. Just write the code by hand, so you got the idea, right? We will start the DFS from the boundary, right? Boundary, for example, this, wherever we find any O, we will start, and we will try to go in all four directions. And if we can find out any O's which are connected to this O, then we will convert it into S in that case, and later we will again process that matrix and change that S into O, right? In that case, right? So that's what we are doing here, change that S into O. So this is the way you can solve this problem by using DFS. So you have to find out this region which is surrounded by x in all directions. So this is the way you can do it by DFS, right? I will be putting this solution into my GitHub account, you can check it out there. But I think I already explained you in detail with these two examples. One example, we have a surrounded region, this one, this surrounded region, we captured it and changed it to x, and here we have not find any surrounded region that we could capture it, right, and change it to x in that case. So check it out, my LeetCode solutions playlist. It has over 100 solved problems explained with examples and Java code. Also check out my Java interview playlist. It has a lot of frequently asked questions in previously asked by big tech companies in their Java interviews. So check it out. It also discusses how to answer them. It discusses Java concepts that are important from interview perspective, and what questions can come from different Java concepts. So check it out, the playlist. And if you like this video, please subscribe and like it. Your subscription is really important to us, because that is the way the video can reach to more people and they can get benefited by seeing the videos when they are preparing for their Java interviews. So please subscribe it, and thanks for watching the video.